You're listening to What They
Talking.
A podcast that talks about lifestyle,
Culture,
technology, politics, Hollywood, business,
stocks.
So you can get your money. Let's get to it. Welcome to another episode of What They Talking. It is your boy Dizzle here on this wonderful, wonderful Thursday morning. How y'all doing out there today? My man Jay, you first up, bro. How was your week, bro? How you doing?
The week is good. Southern California has been crazy. Frank Ocean lied. He said it usually doesn't rain in Southern California. It's been pouring buckets. We have flash flood warnings. I think Malibu had a bunch of mud, maybe even Beverly Hills, like a bunch of shit. So today was the first day we had a break from the rain, which is great. Got out, walked the pup. Yeah. I'm hyped for this weekend, Super Bowl Sunday. You know,
yes, it is
one of the best Sundays of the year. Fighting off them Sunday scaries. Monday, James is going to be real pissed. But other than that, man, I'm good. Nothing to really complain about. Just chilling. You know, everything's all good. What up?
Jay, man, I just want to correct you one time, man. You know, for us old heads, man, when you say it never rains in Southern California, man, I don't know nothing about Frank Ocean saying that. I know about Tony. Bro. Let's go.
I
Tony.
mean,
know what I'm saying?
I might have just made that up completely, but fact check me on that if you want. I'm usually good with my lyrics, but it's been a long day. It's been raining. My brain's all fried, but yeah, you know, we can go with that too. Tony Black. It is Black History Month, so let me give proper credit.
It is.
Let me give proper credit where credit is due.
Yes.
Happy Black History Month to all.
Yes.
Woo.
Yeah.
We got the shortest month of the year, baby. But it's a leap year, so it's 29 instead of 28, baby. Let's go.
What are y'all going to do with that extra day?
Man, turn up.
Party. I always wonder,
turn up on the 29th.
Like, that's so crazy to me that like people who are born on February 29th, like, I don't know how that shit works. Like, I know you get another year older, but like that always broke my brain. So like you turn another year older on paper every 4 years. Like that's crazy.
Bro.
I know it doesn't work like that. So obviously you age and how time works.
That's wild.
I like that.
That's the entrepreneur bro math where it's
that's
like
bro math.
I only need I break my days up into 4 hours or whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that like
you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that one like
that's like dog years, no?
Yeah, one of those podcast bros that was just like, I've got 3 days by the time that you wake up. I'm like, bro,
exactly.
You have 24 hours in a day. You just structure your day differently. Like, you're not just adding time to the calendar.
Fuck out of here.
No,
my week was good. Chachi, how you doing, man? How's your week?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm feeling real good this week. It's been a lot of positives. I was able to get a little salary bump. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Black History Month in full effect. Let's go.
There it is.
Reparations. Let's go.
I don't want to hear nothing after.
I'll take it. But yeah, today's my wife's birthday. Happy birthday to my wife.
Happy birthday, Mrs. Chachi.
Let's go. Started last weekend, you know what I'm saying? Took her to her favorite restaurant, did all the things that had to be done. So I'm feeling good. Heading to New York.
Hey, his wife's birthday isn't during the holidays when everybody. Yeah, come on.
Pull that reverse psychology to make sure I took her to the right restaurant and got her the right cake. And headed to New York this weekend. My sons are competing in a track competition over there.
Oh, nice. Let's go.
So I'll most likely be somewhere, either in an Airbnb or a hotel, watching the Super Bowl with my boys and my wife.
That's good. That's all you need.
We gonna hit you up. Hit you up.
Yes, sir.
Quick question: what y'all gonna eat on Sunday?
Oh, I don't know. I'll take suggestions. Listen,
gotta have wings.
Listen,
that's a must.
I was gonna say buffalo wings, bro.
I'm gonna be in New York, Staten Island. If any of the listeners got any like must go to restaurants that I should check out, please.
Yeah, for real.
I'm gonna be
send me some advice.
Fat as hell. The guy goes out the window. Doesn't count on Super Bowl Sunday.
Mozzarella sticks, buffalo wings,
some jalapeno poppers, bro.
Jalapeno popper. Let's go.
Fuego.
I mean lettuce wraps.
Mac and cheese bites.
Man, leave it to Dizzle to make Super Bowl lame as fuck. Mac and cheese bites. Let's go.
Lettuce wrap, probably with some dry grilled chicken too.
With your rabbit ass over there.
Hey man, Good, though.
Bug,
Looking good,
what's up
though.
with you, Bug?
Yeah, but Boogie, how you doing? My bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
man, so
Y'all are good. Man, I'm straight. I can't complain. Like Jay was saying, it's been rainy over here. It hasn't been too bad where I'm at, but man, I think last night, 2 nights ago, was really when the ocean was like crashing hard, just from the wind and the rain and everything, the storm. So it was like really getting a lot of feedback out of that. And then hey, y'all ever do this? Like I was heating up this. It's basically cheesy bread, right? I ordered pizza from this place called Pacini's, and I got some, just some garlic butter bread with cheese on top. And I was heating some up today, and I bit into it, not thinking anything of it, and that shit, like instantly, I was like, "That's really fucking hot." It's burning the shit out of the top of my, and I can't do it. I'm like paused in between, like
skin.
Yeah, bro. And now I can just feel it.
You got hot pocketed, bro. That's what happens.
Worst. Yeah,
Or bagel bited. Or bagel bited.
Bagel bites.
Oh man.
Or the pizza bites.
So true. Yeah.
Bro, it's
Tear
just
you
hot
up,
lava.
bro.
And then the inside will be kind of chilly, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
I don't get it.
You forget about it for a while too, and then you're reminded when you go brush your teeth or something.
Or take a bite of something that's like a little harder than
Or have something like acidic or like some saltiness. Like,
spicy.
Yeah,
oh
shit.
yeah.
No, fucking
So I'm looking forward to dinner, whatever that's gonna be.
You better get that lettuce wrap now. Cool that shit down.
I was talking shit about the lettuce wrap, and it sounds like I'm gonna be needing one. But yeah, E Dizzle, my man. I never forget E. Everybody knows that. There's no evidence of me ever forgetting E. And so here I am, not forgetting him. What's up, E?
Hey, man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Feels good to be thought about sometimes, man, especially from one of your best buds. It feels good, man. But yeah, I'm doing great, chilling over here in nice Colorado, man. We got good weather, what I'm saying? No rain. We had some snow last weekend. I got caught. I actually went to a coffee shop, right? And then went to like a vinyl store to give me some records because I love it.
Is regular coffee or coffee that comes from cat shit? Because,
No, I didn't have the Civic cat shit coffee.
I got to ask every time.
Did you ever order that? You never followed up on that.
Actually,
bro.
He did. I did. I didn't follow up.
And that's why he got E. coli or whatever.
That's how he losing that weight. That's how he dropping them LBs.
That's how he's losing the weight.
I'm sick, bro. Nah, man. No, man. I had the safe drink, the black man in the coffee shop with the latte. I was very safe.
Yep. You gotta hold the coffee cup.
Streets.
Yeah, that's so you don't look aggressive. Yeah.
Hello, I'm safe. So I was out here, and then I got caught in a snowstorm, bro. It started pouring down, snowing, bro. And I was out here the guy was like, I checked out. He's like, hey, be safe out there. It's very slippery. Look outside, dude. It's like 3 inches of snow. And I'm like, yo, I was not ready for this.
How's the Tesla do in the snow?
You know what, man? I am shocked, bro. Well,
it was all-wheel drive, right?
I love Elon, so I shouldn't be shocked. He thought of everything, man. Well, his crew did, but I put that thing in slip start and that joint, the traction gets to going, dude. I was out here trying to hit slides, but that joint be catching. And then I don't like this safety feature, but it's great for people that's on snow and Teslas. When you hit the pedal to accelerate fast, if that joint feels like it's slipping, it don't go nowhere.
I like
it. Just barely moves.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, you messing up my flow, bro.
Well, that's good until you need to get through an intersection because someone's sliding at you and it's just like, nope, motherfucker, you gonna take this impact.
Or until it drives itself in a river.
Yeah. This fucking guy. I was gonna say, hey, at least it wasn't just running into some random tree, righty? If you know, you know.
Right. We ain't gonna get to all that. So anyway, we got these stories queued up for you. So let's get to it. The first story of the day. You know me, guys. I'm gonna keep it tech. Let's imagine Tesla and Uber had a big ass baby. And it's going to birth this company that I will call Zoom, not the ZOOM. We talking about ZUM, Zoom. What do? Man, they make electric school buses, but they smart. You little Jimmy getting out the bed and your parents say, Jimmy, you got to go to school. Parents pull out the app, pick my little dude up today. You can see the bus coming. Bus scoop little Jimmy up. Jimmy gets on the bus. You can see in the bus, and those bus drivers get rated for what they drive. If they run a stop sign or they go too fast, parents know. And then drop little Jimmy off at school. I enjoy it. But they do have one problem. And this is what I didn't know after researching this. Current school buses right now, you got your kid getting on a school bus, they're independent contractors. They don't require a background check.
Excellent.
They don't require a CDL license.
Exactly what I want.
And Zoom, their biggest problem, because they're in 4,000 schools right now, but the biggest problem is getting bus drivers. Because I guess a lot of bus drivers can't pass the background check or get a CDL license, bro. So that's a huge issue for them right now. They're evaluated at a $1.3 billion company, but they're having a problem getting people to work for them. What y'all think about Zoom? You want your babies on it? Or do you want your babies on that public school bus that now you know it could be this dude as a sex offender out here dropping off your kids?
That's wild, fam. That's why, schools is supposed to be the hub of like safety. School buses are sketchy as it is because you got like 50 little kids in there wilding out, no seat belts. You know what I mean?
All right.
There's always something going on. And then it's a lot of, especially public schools are strict, like super strict, very restrictive. Yep. You need BCI checks in order to go in and do any work, facilitate any conversations. And then you're not going to require that of the person that's going to pack them up into a traveling hotel and be like, I'm taking all of your kids. Right. We're gone. That's wild, man. If Zoom is putting them some stricter restrictions in terms of like providing more safety precautions for the babies, I'm all with it.
I'm with it too.
I got a couple of questions, but first, I'm just going to say, Chachi looks like he could be a bus driver right
He got the drive Miss Daisy hat on.
He Peaky Blinders up in
Daisy?
this. But a couple of questions. So, similar to Uber, do parents have to pay for the pickup, or is it funded by the school? How does that work?
It's funded by the school. The school. Your parents sign you up. They get access to the app.
Do they have to pay a subscription to use the app to like monitor the bus? Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. So tax dollars going to that. I would rather have it go to like this type of technology. Yep. Second, I want to know if parents can like jump on the speaker and like talk to the kids when they see the bus. They see little Billy acting a fool, be like, sit your ass back down before I come in there. Because bus drivers don't get paid enough to deal with some of the ruthlessness that goes on in buses. Yeah. But
I've seen them quit mid-route.
For real.
I'm a fan of it. I think, to Chachi's point, like anything that has stricter kind of safety stuff around the drivers, like who's driving. I'm wondering though if like they could just start poaching like Uber drivers. Like, I wonder what they're paying their people, if they get like tips and shit like that. Like, you got to make it attractive. So we'll see if like this is scalable. But 4,000 schools is crazy. $1 billion market share.
1.3.
Yeah, that's a crazy valuation. Like, I had never heard of this until you sent the story through, Dizzle. I think it's a good idea. I can't find any like flaws in the system. It's like smart routes too. So like drivers are doing the most efficient shit, because like sometimes like bus drivers like in the normal sense just like drive the route that they drive, and like sometimes I remember like taking the bus as a kid, they would just like drive past my house because that wasn't the next stop. I'm like, this is just so inefficient right now. And of course,
you're doing this to me.
Yeah, and of course, sustainability is great. Like that's I'm all for that. So like, I'm not seeing a lot of holes in this, other than what you said, like being able to find drivers. Are they like full school buses? Because when I looked at the website, there were some school buses it looked like, but some were like vans.
Yeah. Depends.
Yeah. So you need a CDL to drive a van
and vans.
So you need a CDL.
Well, they recommend CDL for all drivers because they do vans and school buses, so they want the CDL regardless. They want to have it.
Is it like Uber? You can bring your own bus.
BYOB.
Just kidding.
No, they actually making their own electric buses, which is cool. I wish they did have the audio on there.
Wait, they're buying the buses, or they're like manufacturing these things?
They're actually taking older school buses and revamping them and converting them to electric school buses, and
Pimp so my they're school not, bus.
You know what I'm saying? They hook it up.
This company is crazy. Like that's dope. I don't have a lot of critiques at this moment.
Yeah.
It looks like they got seat belts too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
It's a smart niche just from a business. I would have never thought of like school transportation as, you know what I mean? Just like you said, like I've never heard of this company, but also like I don't think about school transport. I don't have kids.
Yeah, I don't have
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Sure, I took it, but yeah.
But like if there is one thing, like even if they started charging parents, because I imagine eventually schools have limited budgets, like whatever they're
they
going to
already are charging parents through taxes, motherfucker.
No. I'm just saying, like enhanced feature sets, like whatever. Like people will spend money on their children, pets, and children. People blow money, and it's understandable why they do so. So, you know, I think they might have struck a gold mine if they can just start extrapolating this out. Are they in like a particular geographic location? Like, are they mostly in the Midwest? Are they in the East Coast? Like,
oh, good question. They're in Cali right now. Okay. In what's it called? Redlands. They're in Redlands. Okay. They're in Chicago. They're kind of spread out. There's no actual specific place. They're just going to wherever schools they can get to get in on the program. But they're in Chicago. Illinois. They're in all parts of Illinois. They're in Northern California. That's about it.
Y'all seen this website? Y'all seen looked at their website? Like, I just think it's funny. They show like one driver. He's like, it's not just another driver. He knows your kid by name and he takes an interest. You're not just, you're just not another student. Bro, you get on that bus, that dude's gonna be like, sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up. Let's
shut
go.
The fuck up, Billy.
Fucking tired of you, Billy, and Jimmy.
I know you're a dumbass.
It's a smart model though. There are a lot of there are a lot of bus companies that like monopolize the school districts when you're in like small, it's like small states like mine, where it's like one company that kind of corners the market and then it's super inefficient. So a new model, like upgraded,
competitor,
with higher safety features. Man, they throw some iPads in the back of them seats. It's a wrap.
Yeah, for real. I mean,
people will pay top dollar to let their kids be,
Absolutely. And I don't want to hover too long, but the good thing about one of the safety features that all kids that are on it, they get a card, right? So let's say you just drop your little kid off at the deal and he's trying to skip school. You want to make sure you get there. When they go on the bus, they got to scan that card, and it shows the parent that he checked in on that bus.
Kids can't be kids no more.
So you can't get away, Jimmy.
Big brother.
Can't get away.
Big brother always.
Jimmy ain't taking that forklift like he did last episode, riding for hours on the high-speed chase. So there we are.
Word, that was dope. That's dope.
But anyway, fellas, that is my story. So Jay, Mr. Hollywood Jay, what you got for us today?
So y'all may or may not know, I'm a huge comedy fan. Love stand-up specials, love Chappelle, Louis C.K., Joe Rogan, all the top ones doing it right now. Love some female comedians too, Ali Wong. We out here, we diverse background.
She raunchy.
Yeah, she raunchy. But there's always a thing where people have been trying to cancel comedians, right? Like Chappelle put out his special. If you remember, Rotten Tomatoes, the critic score was like a 0% and the audience score was 99%. They're trying to cancel this man, only making him bigger. Well, this week it came out that one of my personal favorite comedians, Shane Gillis, if you recall, he was actually fired from SNL back in 2019. He was hired, and before he even made his debut as a cast member, Lorne Michaels, who runs SNL, fired his ass due to some controversial comments. And I put that in air quotes because taken out of context, all comedians sound horrible. But it was announced this week that he's actually going to be hosting SNL, ironically, coming up in 3 weeks with 21 Savage as the musical guest. Which, side note, remember 21 Savage got deported because he's British? Like, that's just still so fucking funny to me. But it came out this week that he's going to be hosting, so it came full circle that the man that was fired for his controversial comments is now done so well that they're bringing him back. And also this week it was announced that he's the new spokesperson for Bud Light. So, the crazy thing, though, that I saw this week is that TMZ put out this article. They're like, podcast remarks from fired SNL host resurface. which to me just means they fucking dug through the archives of all of his podcasts and literally assembled things together. These didn't magically resurface like a dead body at the bottom of the water that just got bloated and floated to the top so that you could see it. So my question for you all is, do you think it's even possible to cancel a comedian? Like, what are your takes on this? Like, you think this is fair, foul? Like, what's your take?
I think it shouldn't even be a question, honestly. Like, dude, they're pointing out, like, and the reason it's funny is because a lot of times it's true, right? There's some truth behind it, which gives it that. But it's like it's us not trying to take ourselves too seriously, and like, hey, let's look at the light side of shit, because that brings people together. Like, there's jokes about group X and group Y, and it's like, you make fun of them for that. You hold kind of this bond in there. And so I just the whole concept of canceling, and everybody's so damn sensitive, like, fuck off. Come on.
Really. And I think like comedy's like the last frontier, right? Like, first of all, you can tell all these people who call for having him canceled, like, never listened to anything outside of the few clips that were surfaced.
That's it.
So
that's it.
And to give the audience some background, like, he made some racial remarks. He had some epithets and, what people would deem as slurs.
What good comedian doesn't?
Yeah, right.
Particularly for the Asian community, he had a few there. But like, if you're someone who listens to his podcast and like watches his comedy like I do, like, it's clear that he's a good person. He employs people of all races around him.
He's not malicious.
Like, no, not malicious. And like, the whole point of being a comedian is you say the most absurd, out of pocket shit to get a reaction and a laugh.
Yes.
Like, that does not mean that you truly believe what you're saying. You're saying shit because it's funny and will make people laugh. So like, if you listen to all that stuff, I don't know. He's got some great jokes. Highly recommend that you check out his specials on Netflix and YouTube. So funny. But go ahead, Chachi.
Jay, I was just gonna say that, you hit an important point. Like, this whole concept of cancel culture, right? Finger pointing for somebody having original ideas or ideas that don't resonate with the masses. All it does is highlight and spotlight that individual and allows them to grow more power. Because in all reality is, comedians are necessary. Comedy is necessary for us to be able to survive, sustain, and have a break from reality, right? Because the real world is fucking hard. The real world is dangerous. The real world is sad. The real world is evil. And comedians paint a picture that not only allow us to be like, man, that's crazy to be able to find a bright spot in that horror, but also, for me, I grew up in like amongst like the dozens roasting, like that's the first stage of professional development. If you grow up around cats that roast you, then you check your mirror twice before you leave the house. You make sure your breath is right. You make sure that you look good, and you step into school ready to get roasted, even if you're fly. So it's, it helps you level up.
I ain't giving them no more ammo than what they can already get.
I don't know. I always wonder, like, these people who talk this shit, like, clearly they haven't had a close group of friends like that, because, like, if my friends aren't roasting me, like, I don't think that they care about me. You know what I mean? Like, when Dizzle makes white jokes, I fucking die laughing. I find it absolutely hilarious. Sure, you can talk about all that power dynamic bullshit, like, whatever, but, like, I find it genuinely funny, and I laugh at it because I know there's no malintent behind it. He's just saying it because it's truly funny. And, like, comedy has always been an integral part of society. If you go back to like the Lakota tribe, for example, right? On the Great Plains, one of the Native American tribes, they had this position called a heyoka, right? So it was known as like a sacred clown. And basically this person's role was to make fun of everything. And if they couldn't make fun of something, they knew that idea, because it was so sacred, was full of shit. So they would make fun of the chief. They would make fun of the strongest warrior. They'd make fun of everything as a way to say, we're all in this together. We're all even. No one's better than anyone else. And that's what comedy is. And I just get so frustrated when people try to bring someone down when they don't even do the basic research of like listening to episodes upon episodes.
Right.
And it's like funny now to see it, because it, once again, particularly in the comedic space, like it did with Dave Chappelle, it backfired royally. Like now he's gotten so
Word
much
up.
funnier. He's so much bigger than he would have been if he had just done SNL. SNL is doing it because they haven't been relevant in so many years. They're probably going to get the most viewers that they've had in forever. And one of the funny things, obviously he's not going to do this, but he said on one of his other podcasts, if you listen, he was like, if I ever get to host SNL and they give me a monologue, he's like, I'm going to kill myself right on stage. He's like, I'm going to do the Bud Dwyer. I'm just going to do it. So now everybody's like,
Jesus.
ooh, Shane, you backed yourself into a corner. But yeah.
Hey, Hollywood, you said a phrase that like hit me instantly. You said truly funny. And, you know, to connect with what Boogie said, the best part of the joke is that part that got a little bit of truth in it. And all of the greats are the ones that, you know, that are able to look at a real situation and make you laugh about it. And and I think that's brilliant. You know?
If you take yourself, your identity, all these things so seriously that you can't have words, like I'm tired of this, you know, words or violence, whatever. Like there is nasty stuff that's being said. I can understand that, but like there is context that matters so much. Like, and you notice like the people who were, you know, air quotes, the butt of the joke that supposedly got him canceled. I didn't see a bunch of, you know, Asian individuals rising up. They may have, but then it's always funny when they find a specific Asian or specific harmed person and dig into their past and you find something of the exact same ilk. They're like, okay, well, so you're just a fucking hypocrite, right? Like you're just virtue signaling. I can't stand that at all. Like, just laugh at yourself. Like self-deprecation, the ability to laugh at things is such a critical point of personal development, as Chachi was saying earlier. Like you need that. So yeah, I don't know. TMZ doing dog shit work yet again. We expect that from them. Like get the fuck out of here, resurface. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to be tuning in February 24th. Shane Gillis, 21 Savage.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, check it out. But yeah, that's my story of the day. Chach, what you got for us?
Yo, so it was Grammy week. You know what I mean? A lot of folks are tuned in. There's so many angles when it comes to Grammy weeks. There was like some monumental occasions. You know, don't tell my wife, but my side Booski, Carol G. You know what I'm saying? Oh. You know, my wife's Colombian too, so if she heard that, it's a wrap. I'm a dead man. But you know, breaking history, the first Latina to win that Urban Music Album of the Year award. Is so outfits. People are talking about shade. Was Jay-Z throwing shade at people with his
Taylor
speech?
Swift.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Doja Cat looking like a fucking bathroom stall wall. Looked like a fucking cigarette. She looked like Post Malone, like, you know, changed genders. Bro.
This dude right here said bathroom stall wall. I've never heard that shit in my entire life.
She put on a bunch of fake tattoos with her nipples hanging out. Like I've seen that drawing on a bathroom stall like a million times. Go to Venice. She looks like any fucking shitter stall that you've ever seen.
Bathroom stall wall is crazy.
Yo, yeah, that's wild. That's wild. So
we're gonna post a clip. You're gonna see.
There are a million topics we could talk about when it comes to the Grammys, but for this year, right, a moment of joy. Killer Mike, MC, you know what I mean? Underground, well known as part of the duo Run the Jewels, along with LP, cats that have been doing it for
community activist,
community activist has gained
Black
fame
History
from
Month,
being a community activist. Outspoken in Atlanta, has just been like a powerful voice for the hip hop community, for the Atlanta community, as an activist. Clean sweep. 3 Grammys that he won as a 48-year-old MC in a game that's perceivably dominated by the young folks.
And it's true. He does true hip hop too, like old school.
Yeah, man. So
not the, as we talked about Drake the other week, you know, hip hop. Like he's out here.
So that in itself, right, is a monumental moment in a game where there are a lot of folks that lose steam or lose confidence that they can actually, like, you know, accomplish things in the music industry as a grown man. And here's a 48-year-old man, even older than me, but you know what I'm saying? Book, he's older than me. Grandpa Chachi right here, and clean sweeping 3 Grammys, but after he won those 3 Grammys, gave a heartfelt speech. You know what I mean? I think he's actually selling brooms right now online. So go look for them Killer Mike brooms for the clean sweep. Was taken out in cuffs out of Crypto.com arena in LA.
Staples. I refuse to call it Crypto.com.
I like Staples better.
I'll
Staples
never call
better.
it Crypto.com. the house that Kobe built is Staples Center. Fuck
Yo, facts. Shout out to Kobe. But supposedly, you know what I mean? Him and some colleagues were exiting or entering a checkpoint, a security checkpoint, try to evade it. An overzealous security guard was like, nah, you ain't going. Boom. Yeah. You know, somebody got bumped and fell, hurt their hand. Long story short, citizen's arrest was made. Killer Mike was taken out in cuffs. He, you know, after his response, you know, he said it was just a bump in the road. It's still not gonna dim the light of the major accomplishment that he had with winning 3 Grammys. And the following day, found out some great news about his son, who has a health concern, having a donor match. So talk about like being showered with positive vibes after a very positive moment. And I just have to, like, you know, hats off and salute to Killer Mike for taking the stance of like, hey, I'm not going to make this a big deal. It was just a bump in the road, just a hiccup. I'm going to celebrate this moment. And I think that's something that we could all, like, you know, aspire to be like.
Yeah, I think the craziest thing about this is I was at last year or 2 years ago, Will Smith went on stage and physically assaulted Chris Rock in his fucking face with the slap heard around the world, and he didn't get arrested. And now some overzealous rent-a-cop tries to bump Killer Mike and gets placed under a citizen's arrest, bro. So I gotta check Killer Mike's street cred. First of all, it's hilarious that someone named Killer Mike is getting arrested. Like, that's funny in itself, like the irony of that. Yeah. But how are you going to let a citizen arrest you if your name is Killer Mike? Like, come on, bro. Yeah. Like, this rent-a-cop's about to get fired. He wanted to get a check. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. Oh, my wrist
Authorities
hurts.
said that in the case of like Chris Rock and Will Smith, nobody wanted to press charges. But in the event that if somebody did want to press charges, if Chris Rock did want to press charges, then they have to act.
Oh, yeah. You know the rent-a-cop wants to get a check, so of course he's going to press charges. That's like the easiest come up ever.
Well, she.
Even worse. If you can't handle, if you don't know who the actual Grammy winners are, and you're an overzealous female, male, don't matter, security guard, and you don't even know who's supposed to be there or not, who's just on stage accepting 3 Grammy awards, you have no business being employed at this place.
Killer Mike, though, the way he did it, he just let it happen. He could have did a Killer Mike and didn't let nothing happen to him. You know what I'm saying? But he went through, when he was handcuffed, they showed a little small video of him walking out, and he was like, okay, cool. You know, he wasn't even,
because if he reacted the other way, that would have been the problem. Yep.
You already 100%. Know.
It would have became
the boy
something.
Walked out, was like, you know, we good. Okay, do what y'all got to do.
Let me ask you this. Did Killer Mike have the Starbucks coffee cup? Because if he didn't, then that's what he's
wasn't
missing.
Safe, bro.
He had a Grammy in his hand. That should be like
3.
The penultimate Starbucks cup.
3.
Talk about a venti, bro. Come on.
Yo, and you know, for folks who haven't heard, his album Michael is brilliant. It's such a great body of work, and that album won over Travis Scott, Nas, Drake, and 21 Savage, who are all like dominating the airwaves. So.
That's what tripped me out, though. Travis Scott, he was pissed off that he didn't get it.
And Drake didn't even go because he's too busy beating his meat, bro, on the internet.
Video leak.
He waving that thing around, bro. He got
invitation to the Grammys.
What did he get? What did he get, though?
That DDL.
Drake got the DDL, baby.
Add 6-inch.
The Grammys is kind of wild because it's like, you know, it's voted by peers. You know what I mean? You have to be a member in order to vote. There was a year, right, when Macklemore won, right,
Trash.
album of the year over. You had Kendrick Lamar, Drake, Kanye's Yeezy album, Jay-Z, all in the same category. You know what I'm saying? So again, depending on who's watching, who's voting, who are the members at any particular year.
I mean, it's not their peers. It's like going in front of a jury of 12, right? Like they say it's your peers. It's not your peers. These people are all executives. They don't know shit about music. It's just bullshit. That's why like none of these awards matter. That's why Drake boycotts every year. Shout out Drizzy, the DDL god. But like this like doesn't dictate hip hop or music in general, right? That's why Taylor Swift continues to clean up her Grammys every single year, but never wins album of the year. Like none of this stuff makes sense. It's they're hitching their wagon to the horses that make the most money, right? So that's why it is even more impressive that Killer Mike came out with 3 Grammys because he's not your stereotypical pop star, pop rapper, whatever. Like even Travis Scott, like makes so much money on his like Nike collabs and everything else, right? So
yeah, man.
You know, like if we're just talking about pure music, it wouldn't be the people in the back room voting on it. It would be other people who look at sales, things like that. That's just my 2 cents.
So listen, so we're gonna continue to boycott the Grammys, and we're also gonna continue to watch them. But that's my story. Bug, what you got for us, man?
What is up, y'all? Coming in to the finance space, wanted to talk about an article recently, almost stocks, kind of stocks. We have so this has been going on for some time. I didn't really know this. I don't follow crypto. This is about Bitcoin and who the alleged founder of Bitcoin is. So right now, the real identity of Bitcoin founder, right? Satoshi Nakamoto. There is somebody named Craig Wright who is claiming to be the founder of Bitcoin. Apparently, he's been fighting this battle for some time and unsuccessfully has not been able to prove that he is, the original, founder of Bitcoin. And it's wild reading through some of this, but whoever did invent Bitcoin, they are sitting on right now $46 billion.
With the B, baby.
Yeah, and that makes them one of the richest people in the world.
Damn.
But it's not even that wealth that is the main point. Like from what I've been seeing, like this trial really is over like who can set the rules for the Bitcoin blockchain. But like I said, it's been going like he's been in trials. He actually sued, I think it was a blogger that, claiming that he basically, called him a fraud, and it's like almost like a defamation trial. Right. And he was awarded damages. Craig Wright was awarded damages of €1. 1 whole fucking euro, because like I keep reading through this and it's like this dude cannot prove, like there's so many things he can do to prove it if he was a actual founder, and he can't. And the reason he was awarded only €1 is like the judge who also ruled it was basically calling him out and saying you've deliberately given false information, so this guy can't be trusted, right? He's been caught.
You would think if you created the white paper, you would have said white paper. They could timestamp it, like, look, I wrote this fucking thing, but like he can't divulge that info.
Exactly. Yeah. So anytime they prompt him for certain things, he just can't give it up, right? Or the evidence he does give, experts claim, he's been caught on forged documents, which already it's like, bro, come on. But some of the other ones are staged.
Also, if your name is Craig Wright, why are you saying you're Satoshi Nakamura? Like what kind of cultural appropriation are we doing over here?
No shit.
Let's cancel this, man.
Jay took it out of my mouth. Craig sound like somebody I know, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Craig got that backpack
Craig
on.
Right. Like, hey, just be real. I could be a little,
Craig
name
Wright.
racist out here or whatever you want to call it, but if I told all of you Craig Wright made Bitcoin, tell me how you feel of Craig Wright. He made Bitcoin. Come on, dog. Craig.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Craig.
That's Craig.
You lying, Craig.
Craig wrong.
Craig wrong.
Listen, I'm still trying to wrap my head around the 36 billion.
Ooh.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Well,
money.
what I'm trying to understand is if you were truly the individual who invented it, wouldn't you have and you might have covered this already. Apologies, live pod. I had to go check the door. Someone was there. But wouldn't you just have the wallet with that 36 billion in it that you could access at any time? Like that makes
100%.
zero sense to me. Like why are you fighting over it when you got the cash? If you invented it, you probably stashed it in a digital wallet, secure. How does that work? Can anyone explain that
Well,
to
Jay,
me?
maybe he was the dude that they said that lost his password. He only got one more attempt left to open up his wallet. Otherwise, he lost it. That's still out there. That dude, unidentified dude.
That's crazy.
Well, no, I thought. Well, there was that one, and there was the other guy who like left it, and it went to like a landfill or something.
Yeah.
There was like two guys.
Yeah.
One guy who has
yeah.
like 3 password attempts. He's down to 1, and then there's another guy who's literally in a landfill every goddamn day trying to find his digital hard drive.
I would bring my
wild.
tent out to that landfill if I had that much money
Bro,
on a hard
I'll
drive.
be
Let's
living
go.
there.
Yep.
I'll
Give
be
a
living
fuck.
there.
Yo, you know what's crazy to me too is, and I don't know if this is still a thing, but the trial is in London,
Mm-hmm.
and don't like the judge still wear like the white wig?
God, I hope so.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be funny to watch.
I feel like the easiest way to prove this, if you are the individual, like looking at the article that Boogie sent us, it says 2007, Nakamoto worked on the first ever version of the software in 2007, and all communication to and from him was conducted via email. Who's got the login to the goddamn email? Just show me who got that. That's step one. Just, hey, Your Honor, I'm a log in to my Hotmail account because it's 2007. Or sbcglobal.net if you were using that Yahoo shit. You know what I mean? Like, just go on and log in and get the password and be like, look, I am this dude. This is the time I was registered. Like, I don't know. This seems like a lot of smoke and mirrors, but I would be doing smoke and mirrors if I had any sort of semblance to the claim. But, like, let's say hypothetically he is determined to be Nakamoto, right?
Create.
Who's got the Bitcoin on the blockchain to just give to him? Like this doesn't make sense to me whatsoever. And because I'm an idiot brain Neanderthal, like I probably don't understand the concept. But the whole purpose of the blockchain is like you can follow the transactions sequentially and know who owns that, right? So that Bitcoin has to live in some sort of digital wallet that's preserved.
Yeah.
Nakamoto has the password, unless, to Dizzle's point, it's this dude who has got one password attempt. But at least you could track it back and be like, it's saved on this physical device. Like, this makes no sense.
Yep.
Ain't nobody named Craig is inventing and changing the way that currency.
Come on, Craig.
Come on, Craig. You ain't got shit to do. It's Friday.
Ain't got no job. Ain't got no money.
Ain't got shit to do.
Oh, shit. Well, that's all I got, fellas.
Come on, Craig.
Well, y'all know what time it is, man.
Random story of the day.
Well, I think I got a good one for you. Now, you guys know it is Black History Month. 28 days, but it's leap year, so we getting a whole 29. 29, fellas.
Gang.
Now, there's this story out. He's going to be a Hall of Famer tight end, play for the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce.
You mean Taylor Swift's
his
boyfriend?
Girl. Yeah, man, you know, I'm never going to say that. Never, ever in life. Sorry, Swifties. But
She bigger
Travis
than him?
Kelce. Yeah, she not, I mean, physically, no.
When she stands on her bank account.
Yeah, boy, she is. I can't hate. But Travis, he out here playing football, and he wears a fade. There was at one point he was on a podcast, and they asked him, like, hey, Travis, man, you know, when you go to the barbershop, when did you start looking at the pictures on the wall of you want this haircut, that haircut? Because every black barbershop know you got them.
You said
Give me
number
number
8.
Number 8. Let me get that one. Well, that the bad thing about it is not knocking it. But all these white folks decide to start calling the fade the Kelce, the Travis Kelce. And we like, what is going on out here?
Boo.
What's happening? And they did it the very 1st of February. and they know what's up. So Travis, what did he do after the Pro Bowl? They interviewed him, and the fade had to come out. And my man, exact words like, "Man, why they had to do me like that? On the 1st of February, they want to throw me to the wolves. No, I didn't invent that. But if you want a good fade, I can get my boy to hook you up, boy." He said, "You can get you with 2 on the side and a taper in the back, hook you up. Cold fade." But he ain't messing with it. Hey, I respect Travis. He cold with it, man. What y'all think about this, man? I'm curious.
I mean, I think it's absolutely wild that Travis Kelce had that put on his shoulders. Like, he clearly wasn't trying to claim the fade by any means.
No.
Like, this has clearly been, in honor of Black History Month, the brother's haircut for some time now. Even the funniest thing about it is, like, you can even go back a few years back to my boy, as Boogie would say, Boosie Badass. The Boosie fade, right?
Boosie.
Just a few years ago, it was called the Boosie fade. Obviously, Boosie didn't fucking invent the fade either, but he popularized it by, like, wearing it all the time. But, like, all you had to go back is just have some semblance of history. So you can tell this is all the fucking Swifties who just got on this planet and on the internet, a few years ago, and they have no idea what's going on. Sorry, Swifties. I know I'm about to get blown the fuck up for this. But, take some time to learn some shit. Like, sure, Travis Kelce may be he's not even the white boy that's popularizing it. Mac Miller had a fade. I got a fade. Like, everybody has a fade. It's a great looking haircut that came from the Black community, bro. Like, y'all popularized it. Leave it to us white folks. I think
it goes back. So, like,
I thought it was the military.
Back in history, to that 40s and the 50s, it was like super strict grooming requirements for military folks. So,
Peaky Blinders, Chachi with your head.
That's where,
you know about that.
That's it. Right there, the razors are right here up front.
But what are the Peaky fucking Blinders?
That's it, Peaky fucking Blinders. I love.
Speaking
that.
of, Arthur got busted for coke recently, and his lawyer's defense,
of course,
was he likes to be in character for the fans.
No,
funny side note. That was his defense. Like, sometimes he
that
leans
is
into the
dope,
character, which is really fucking funny. But continue, Chachi.
But listen, the first, when rappers emerge, like Big Daddy Kane, an iconic fade, Nas, an iconic fade, but also the white guy that you've seen with the iconic fade as well was Third Base. MC Search,
snap.
Prime Minister Pete Nice.
Hey, they don't know
was
about that.
to me, like, at least in my upbringing, were the first guys that I saw with the, like, skin fade, with the skin fade.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And
they had the ball fade, baby.
Had the ball fade, and I guess I haven't seen anybody except in military, and maybe, like, I don't know. Maybe, like, Hitler had a bald fade or something.
John B had a nice little bald fade with the taper, man. He did a collab with Tupac. John B had the cut with the sideburns and everything.
But there's no way that the fade is the Kelce. But anybody that's calling it that, y'all need to be canceled. You need to cancel yourself.
I think the funniest thing about the fade is that, how you said, Chach, like, it did originate in, like, the 50s with the military haircut. Them white boys are so mad that the black folks took it and they're rocking it way better.
Took it and rocked it better. Yeah,
so mad right now. They're just Jerry Jones is just punching pillows right now.
Same thing happened with cornerbacks in football. Hey, it is what it is.
Hey,
shout out to Tony. Shout out to Tony. Hey.
My dude from Iowa is about to be the first white cornerback.
Forever.
Yeah, for real though.
Man.
For real though.
And that kid's tough.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping the Packers get
kid's tough.
Cooper DeJean or DeJean.
Yeah.
Dijon Mustard. Yeah.
Yeah, he's because he's spicy white, bro. Like your boy over here. He's spicy white.
It's not.
Got that hip.
It's not that kid. It's not that kid Kanega.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that basketball player. He's crazy.
I'm gonna go. That dude got a cold name. But anyway. That is our
random story of the day.
So we gave you guys Zoom, not ZOOM, but ZUM, making the electric school buses so your parents can pull out the app, see Lil Jimmy get on the bus, get off the bus, ain't no skipping school, and y'all bus drivers better have a background check or you ain't driving our goddamn bus. Jay,
Zoom, zoom. Every time I come around, zoom, zoom. No. I gave you Shane Gillis is back defeating cancel culture, hosting SNL despite everybody trying to cancel him and only him coming back bigger, badder, stronger, and also being the face of Bud Light. So that's what we got. Chachi.
Yo, Killer Mike, Grammy sweep, 3 gold Grammys, 2 silver cuffs, and 1 wild out security guard that tried to ruin his day, but he kept a positive outlook, as we all should whenever anything comes and tries to dim our light. Shout out to Killer Mike.
Free my boy.
Boogie.
Come on, Craig. We got Craig out here claiming to be the founder of Bitcoin, Satoshi Nakamoto. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully this case puts the whole thing to bed once and for all.
Well, I am your boy Dizzle.
It's your boy Hollywood.
Chachi in the building.
It's Boogie.
Thank you all for listening to What They Talking. See you guys again next week. Peace.